Andre, that was outstanding. Thank you very much. I forgot to mention. We'll wait till Tom leaves. He's having fun.
Tom's going to have her car key.
I wanted to mention that on your table is a form. If you have any questions that you want to ask any of the panelists, if you would fill that form out and pass it to some of the staff as you go along, that would really help us facilitate some of this as we move forward, so that we don't just have a bunch of time wasted, because there's a lot of really great information being shared here this evening. So now the next couple of folks that are from, well, Tim Rambo, from the general manager from the Casablanca, and Marty Rapson, who is the general manager from the Virgin River. They are going to talk about recreational tourism. Please welcome them.
You know, I cannot follow the two bald guys, so I will make this brief. I am not known for being short-winded, but this will be quick. We have found, I have been with Mesquite Gaming for 16 years, so I was here when we first opened Casablanca, and have seen quite a growth in our efforts to bring people and events to our community. We have, as part of our Mesquite Resort Association, we have a certain budget that we are challenged with increasing room nights in times when we otherwise wouldn't have business. And that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people couldn't understand why we were having a discussion about RE/MAX. And it was simply because it was positioned in our most prime time in October, when none of us really would need that extra business. And we successfully moved it to September, which increased September's business quite a bit. And I'm sure that a lot of you found that helped you as well. So when I run through our list of events that we're doing currently, that we have spent 16 years developing, you will see that they are primarily positioned in times when otherwise we wouldn't really have business. We start in January the 16th through the 19th with the car show. Last year we had over 700 participants in that. And that's in January, when, you know, our golf, as Andre alluded to, is our primary resource for tourism. And the golf months are primarily October, early November, March, April, and now May has become a good month as well. So we've picked the other times to try to encourage people to come and visit us. So the Balloon Fest is January 23rd through the 26th, and this year we anticipate over 30 participants in that. So we're just getting started with that event, but it's, you know, we hope that eventually it will grow. The Branson Fest is our, it's been, I think, 4 years now. February, the first week in February, the 3rd through the 5th. That has brought a lot of buses and a lot of groups here as well. The Mesquite Off-Road is the end of February, February 28th through March 2nd. Then the Mesquite Am. Originally the end of May was a dead time as well, but now that's actually become that's the second largest amateur tournament in the United States. We've had up to 600 and over participants in that event. Not unlike the other statistics that you've heard over the last few years, that number has gone down, but it is starting to come up again as the other events are struggling as well. Elvis is our June event, 19th through 21st, and then, as I mentioned, RE/MAX, we've moved it into September successfully with over 500 participants in what otherwise would be a very slow month, because golf, everybody's in overseas, and there's really not a lot to bring people here. Then the Nevada Open, which is the first week, or the second week in December, the 10th through the 12th, we're bringing in over 200 golf professionals. So we do, as a Mesquite Resort Association, just try to augment what is otherwise our normal tourism business by bringing in these events in those off times to help not only us, but of course everybody in the community sees a ripple effect from a lot of these events. The other thing I did want to allude to is somebody was commenting earlier about the softball fields, and of course, well, maybe not of course, but baseball, softball, soccer, these events are a good augmentation to our community as well. And there is, you know, we do have fees for the fields, and the city is considering raising the fees from what I understand. And we are one of the low ends, but just like we're the low end on the room rates, I think personally, you know, until we're at a demand exceed capacity, we ought to consider keeping things at a lower rate to continue to build that, because that is also another one of our tourism benefits in Mesquite. Thank you very much.